trying out some new things. One is, you can see that thing behind me. You probably noticed I've been making my own clothing. I made this Charles Darwin shirt, like literally right before I started this stream. I think it's kind of cool. Maybe in the future I can, make these things and ship them out from my store. Right now, I'm just kind of trying to figure out what works. Maybe I already noticed this video looks different. I'm trying Apple's continuity cam. So my iPhone is my webcam, and it's just incredible how sharp it looks. The one thing that's really annoying is the tracking that it's doing. I can't really do anything about that because the only other option is to have it use the ultra wide lens, which does not look very good. So the only way to get it to use the regular camera lens is for it to do this center stage thing. So, I mean, it's okay, but you may see the frame change a little bit. The other new things I've been trying are, oh boy, I had a numerologist study the numbers of my birthday to sort of tell me all about my life. The other day, I went to my local psychic and I had my palm read. That will be in an upcoming video. I'm also going to go to church. These are just content creation ideas. I'm not switching sides. I just thought that this stuff would be interesting. And so far, oh boy, has it been. So if you don't know what a numerologist is, neither do I. And what I'm going to do is let you listen to this guy for a little bit. And I think this is going to demonstrate that. I'm not really sure if he knows what a numerologist is either, even though he is one. This was a few days ago. I don't remember what he's even doing right now.
And then 40, and then actually it's actually 37. Now you can say the child sleeping heart light of the one dual Leo God creation vibrates creation of the living.
The big thing that he does is you tell him your birthday. So that's why 7779 is written up there. And then he tells you what the numbers mean. Now, why does he have January 27th, February 40, or January? No, it's not January 27th. January equals 27. Why is that on there? I'm not really sure. I don't remember, but we'll keep going here for a few more minutes.
So there's the translation of the month is, this is what they're telling you is that it's a child's sleeping heart. Child sleeping heart, child sleeping heart. And this is the repeat. Child sleeping heart, child sleeping heart. And that creates that's a fucking heartbeat.
The numbers, Mason. What do they mean?
The cycle of our creation. Child sleeping heart, child sleeping heart, child sleeping heart, child sleeping heart. Now, because this is what we fight
He thinks that's
over, right? Well, this is a 12-year cycle. No, it's a 13. No, 12, 13, 12, 13, 12, 13. Boom. There's your cycle. There's your never-ending cycle. Boom. Right there. The child sleeping heart light of the one dual Leo, God, because Leo is God of everything, or souls. You can say souls.
Right. I knew that.
Say the one vibration of the God souls. The God souls us, right?
Right?
Which is the space of creation vibrates creation. Or you can say God vibrates the dual creation of the living or spirit.
I've been saying that, actually.
When you add the vibration of the living, it equals a 70, which is human consciousness. Human consciousness is a concept. I can prove that too. That this is contract 0. Who knows, that 0 could have been a circle. Contract circle. And if you add up circle, guess what? It equals 21, which is human. The human circle contract.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense, chat, right? If you want him to analyze your birthday, that's his username. on TikTok. I don't, not a lot of you probably use it, but I mean, it could be fun.
You can call it that, the human circle contract. The human circle contract of time. And that's what we'll call it. That's, you know what is that? Circle is 21 because
Naturally.
yeah, I'll figure it out later. There's 12, and then because this is actually could spell the word of too, and time is 20. So there's 6, 7.
6, 7.
I'll just add an S on circles on contracts. I'll just make it more than one contract, but it literally equals 100. Oh my God, no, it's so fucking lame.
Yes, the circle contracts of time equals 100. You can't make this stuff up, except that you can, because that's what numerology is. In addition to autographed copies of both my books and, of course, Spanky, I'm excited to announce that I now have stickers, tumblers, apparel, and more on my store. Take Spanky, the God-defeating penguin, and can you put that into a logical syllogism, with you wherever you go now. But anyways, his whole thing is that he tells you what your birthday means. So I told him mine, 5391, that's my birthday. Now there's this other person whose birthday was also in 1991, so he's analyzing both of us at the same time, which I'm not very happy about, but whatever.
So basically, you guys are going through what I call similar but dissimilar. I would call this a dissimilar experience.
See, you could only get information like that from a numerologist. What you guys are going through is something that is similar, but it's also not similar at the same time.
Right? You guys are both 34, right? But because you guys are born on different days and you turned at different times, you have different meanings, right? I even found a calculation that if you actually count your birth date, instead of like take your birth date and then count how many days there's left of the year, that means something, I think.
Oh.
It really does.
That means something, I think. Oh man, numerology is so great.
If you count from the time of your birth date and then count how many days are left of the year, that means something. And then it's better to count backwards than forwards because of the flip-flop year, right? We got that flippity-flop year, right?
Does he mean leap year? What the hell is a flippity-flop year? Somehow I don't remember when the last leap year was. So my birth, May 3rd, is after leap day, so it actually doesn't matter. For every single year, there are 242 remaining days in the year, which is a palindrome, and 2 plus 2 equals 4, and 2 times 2 is 8, but divided by 2 is 4, so we have 4 again. 2 minus 4 is negative 2, plus 2 is 0. 0 means that I'm already dead. I should be a numerologist. This is easy.
So, just food for thought. That's how I do things, right? Okay, so because you guys are going through the same thing on this aspect.
On what aspect? Really... You said it's the same but different, but then afterwards you just said we're on dissimilar paths. But now all of a sudden we're going through the same thing again.
You need to make more contracts with yourself.
Oh shit.
Based on this one right here. Where is it? Right here. This is your shadow contracts. You got your divine contracts, the combatant, the shadow self with the light self. And then
Chat, I did not know that I was supposed to be making shadow contracts. What does that mean? Like with the CIA? Am I what shadow contracts?
you're finally saying, you know what, I need balance in my life. This is what I say, a mother balances you out, instead of working for somebody, starting your own business, being anchor is also a trait of 30 of mother or anchor, so that's why, I say these things,
But I'm a dude.
motherhood, being pregnant and all this other shit, right? So now, because Leo's like, I'm tired of the silence. I'm tired of being alone. I need something that to occupy my brain, or otherwise, I'm going to create havoc in your life. And you're thriving for self mastery, right? You want to be, you want to master something.
But who's a Leo? I looked it up real quick. Nobody's a Leo. I'm a Taurus. The other person, I don't know what comes after Taurus, but it's not Leo because Leo starts on July 23rd.
And a lot of times it fulfills that need that a lot of women have is a lot of people have is being a control freak, because you can control a baby, a child, how it develops, but at the end of the day you can't control how they're going to live their life or anything like that. So anyway,
Yes, similar but dissimilar. You can control, but you're not in control.
so, like your family and career, you don't feel safe. All I can
Well, there was a brief window where those of you that have been a subscriber for a little over a year, you kind of know all about that. But otherwise, no. I mean, I've been doing this full time for over a year. I wear sweatpants every single day. I do like to be in control. I guess I'm not only my own boss, but I'm my only employee. I mean, I take orders from Spanky, hail Spanky, ultimately. But no, I pretty much have all the freedom I could possibly ask for.
say is like, because you're like career, family, it's kind of like next year, I tell you what, you're going to feel more solid on that one, because that one's going to be literally is going to be 55 instead of 54, because
What is going to be 55 next year? There's no 54 written on the board. Like, what?
If you guys have been, the people that have been following with me, they know what I'm talking about, because this represents you. You're fully developed, right? You mastered the Adam and Eve concept, right? And now you're looking to place to burrow down for a while, right? Once you find your
Damn, that looks a tiny bit. If like you close your eyes and don't look at it, that looks a tiny bit like my logo.
spot, then it becomes 55. And then 56 is the experience of, starting to growing a baby, boom, 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 all that.
But what does that mean?
But this is where you are. You're not quite feel like you're safe yet. You got everything, but you're like, you know what? I need to be somewhere else, or I need more. Or
I mean, who doesn't want more, I guess.
you're like, okay, I found where I need to be. Now I just need to bunker down. And so you basically just...
But those are two different things. You either are comfortable, but you need more, or you just need to bunker down and settle with what you have. What? Like, which one is it?
You make your way in here, and then you just bump 55. So you're 54.
So what the stars are telling me is that everything in your life, everything is either going to change or it may actually remain exactly the same.
Actually becomes 55 and 56 at the same time, and when you add that together, it comes out to be divine consciousness. I just say,
No, yeah. The only thing I've understood so far is what you just said. I'm just saying, bro. You literally are just saying words, and that is it.
I mean, I can prove it on numbers. Right? So, but that's where the difference. Now, I'm going to show you, because on one level, this person is more, on a soul level,
That's me.
is more advanced.
Oh, get fucking wrecked, June 22nd, 1991. I'm more advanced than you.
Right? He's got more on it. Because this person took 22 years to fully develop. They were late.
I was fully developed at the age of 3. Yes, I've had this beard since age 3. I've been my current height since age 3.
Bloomer. 22s are late bloomers. Anything, 1 through 10 are good. 11 through 20 are good. I mean, these are the really, I'd say, advanced.
Chat, if you were born somewhere between the 1st and 10th day of the month and you're advanced like I am, please leave a comment.
These are the mediocre.
Chat, if you're mediocre, please leave a comment.
They take a while, right? And then you got the ones that are just the late bloomers. These are late bloomers.
And chat, if you're waiting your turn, if you're gonna grow into your hand-me-downs one day, please leave a comment.
But these are the ones that have the most to learn.
No, this tracks.
Advanced, medium, and
knowing me, this tracks.
What did I say? Slow learners. They're not. I'm not saying they're. Yeah, they are. Well, kind of. They just take a while to incubate because.
Imagine this guy showed up to your school and gave a talk. Hey, who among you in the audience was born somewhere between the 21st and 31st day of the month? Okay, yeah, you're all slow learners.
This represents this development. Once these two to come together, and what it takes for it to get to the point where it needs to burrow itself into this mother's wall, which is technically this right here is technically 54. Once you master your...
What does this mean? What does 54 mean? This right here circles all of the days of the month you could possibly be born in, which are all different things, and says, yeah, this right here is technically 54. Like, what does that mean?
Once you master time, then you can start your adventure here. But that's basically what this is right here. So, but anyway, so now we got to deal with 12 and 31. Well,
I have no idea. He wasn't talking when he wrote those down. So I don't know why my birthday comes out to 34 or 31. That plus that equals 65, I guess. But what did he get that from? 5 plus 3 is 8, plus 1 is 9, plus 9 is 18, plus 10 is 28. If you add up all that 5319991, that's 28. So that doesn't get us anywhere close to any of this. So no, I don't have a clue where this came from.
5-3, you really it's about making some new contracts.
Right, shadow contracts.
Because right here, you look at that, especially with yourself. You got 3-1. You're on your third cycle. You think you've kind of like mastered. You think you're at the point where you're like, I think I know what I should say, not what to protect or how to protect. And it might even be what to protect too.
Oh damn.
But If you say you're going to do something, do something. You got that mother. This is the mother-father.
Oh, that's what it is. Yes, I do have a mother and a father.
This also spells the word the pineal gland. So this is saying that if you want to do something, this is the time to do it.
I can't believe it took that long for the pineal gland to be brought up. I don't think my psychic, she didn't mention the pineal gland even one time. She did mention my chakras. She didn't think they were totally aligned. And she did look at my aura a few times. She said I have a good aura.
Because this is the time to do it. And then you even got a child right here. Yeah, self-balance. A number 12. It's a 2 and a 7. That's child.
Number 12 is a 2 and a 7. What does this say? Circle of... I think that's number. It's a hashtag with an apostrophe S. So circle of numbers, age 31, cycle. So that's what it says on the top. And then third, 10th cycle, first R, but I don't know what R is. But why am I 12? Why am I 12? Or no, he said I'm 11, I think. Well, I don't remember. But either... Wait, I swear. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. I swore he said I was 11 earlier, but maybe that was the first part when he was talking about something else. So if I'm 12, I'm 2 and 7, but that equals 9. What?
And then
This is whose line is it anyway? Where everything's made up and the numbers don't matter.
Connections represents the heart. You're on your second cycle. That's the second cycle represents balance.
Okay, he 100%, I know I'm not crazy here. He said I'm on my third cycle earlier.
Because pretty much the first round of that cycle doesn't even count.
Oh, good.
Until you go through a whole cycle, you're 0.
Oh.
Right? That's why right here, otherwise you would be like, you're still on that first, you only mastered your first cycle. You're still working on your second cycle of love. And a lot of people...
What? I'm on my second cycle of love. I don't know how I'm going to tell my wife that, but I guess I have to.
At this juncture, you don't feel bad. A lot of people are not even there. I mean, plus you got to think though, you kind of, in one aspect, you went through that already. You went through that at a very young age. Because
well, yeah, I am advanced. I was fully developed on my 3rd birthday. Yeah.
To understand that even 65.
Maybe I was married when I was 3. I don't remember it. I don't know what my very first memory is. Wow, should I derail the video and try to think of... I have a few different memories, and I don't know which one actually is the earliest. But the very earliest memories that I have, one for sure, I know it was before I was in kindergarten. It was before I was going to school. And I can remember where I was standing. I was standing in the kitchen, and I was asking my dad what the days of the week are. And then I tried reciting them back to him, and I just got them completely wrong. I probably only remembered like 4 of them and said them in the wrong order. That is one of the very earliest things I can remember. Another earliest memory I have is I was in the car with my mom, and I was in the back seat, and we were picking up my brother and sister from school. And again, I wasn't in kindergarten yet, so I don't know between that one and the other one which one happened first. And I don't remember what I was asking her, but I can distinctly remember where we pulled up at the school. It was outside the playground, and my brother and sister were getting in the car. And I remember thinking, I can't wait to go to school because we don't have a playground at home. That was kind of the big reason why I was so excited for school, because my brother and sister were playing on the playground after school. I was like, oh man, I get to do that next year.
You already lived the age of 34, basically when you were like in your 15, 16, when you were like 17 years old, you went through what a 34 would normally be going through.
Chat, I had not gone through very much adversity by the time I was 17. Almost none. My grandparents on my dad's side had passed away. Those are almost universally for most people. I think those are the earliest traumatic things you go through. Small percentage of people obviously go through horrible stuff, but no. By the time I was 17, I hadn't gone through what most 34-year-olds have gone through already.
And that's how people got to think about that, because a lot of times people can't even add this age into their experience until after they hit this.
Oh, man, I'm an idiot. 34 is my age, and the other person has that. But why is it divide 34? But why 31? And why does the other person have a 12? And then 34 plus 12 is 46. Where did the 31 come from? I have no idea.
Right? So, but this person over here, children, I know, baby children. You got this baby children, like right now, like, and this is how you can see where people can grow apart fast. Like if these people were together, these two people, if and this is kind of messed up. Let's say these were like opposite sex, and let's say they were in a relationship, they weren't happy with each other. If these guys like,
is this that thing that I got to tell my wife about?
Actually work together or even met and talked for a while, these two would probably come together and have a baby, because there would be the pull would be right there, because you got the mother, father, right? And then you got the mother, baby, and children. So you got the mother, father embodiment. Like this, I wouldn't want to bring.
How the hell is it that we're both 34, but for me, that means mother, father, and for the other person, it means something completely different. It's what I think he said, mother, child. How? He's just saying words.
These two together because these two would have babies together. Right now, they're at the age right here where these two would be just like, you couldn't pull these two apart. If these two got in the same room, you know what I mean? But
no.
Now we're going to go over here to the 31 guy. 31 over here.
Well, that's me.
Yeah, new contracts with self, obviously.
Obviously.
Yeah, the baby. We already kind of went over there, didn't I?
The baby was the other person.
Kind of do that. Yeah, enough is enough. It basically says it needs to be self. You need to master yourself. 15 is what I call self-mastery.
But I was 12 before. I was 2-7, which somehow equals 12. Now I'm 15.
Yep, self-mastery. And 21 is being...
so I got to master myself? Okay.
Is what I say is enough, right? 21s are we get used or abused, right? We use or we get used or we use other people.
But what's a 21? That's I wasn't brought up until just now.
I mean, everybody uses everybody for something. You call somebody, you're using them because you want to talk to somebody. A lot of times you call somebody, you want something from them, but every now and then you call somebody just because you want somebody to talk to you because you're lonely. But at the end of the day, you still want something from that person.
I don't call anybody. I probably should, but I don't.
I think this is the year where you found balance with your light, because 11 is that 2-9. You're on your second cycle, so it's technically your third. Your third cycle. And you think I think.
Wait a minute. 11 is 2-9. That is 11. Okay, no, none of these others. 3 and 1 for 10. 3 and 4 for 9. Okay, so I was gonna see if somehow 12 was the only one where they don't add up, but it looks like perhaps 11 is the only one where they do match up.
Second cycle, so it's technically your third, your third cycle. And you think
right? So we're back to third, which he started with, and then he said second, but now we're back to third.
I got this.
But that first one didn't count. Remember?
But yeah, self mastery. Leo wants to live his dream. Your connections. You know, this is what I tell my 13. Anytime I deal with the 13, or.
But I'm not a 13. That's what you never said that I was a 13.
You know what? I should just say this. Period.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot that this actually is really serious.
Dealing with your friends and family and the connections that you have. Some relationships are worth not keeping.
Mm-hmm.
That's the best thing I can say. We're at 15 because we're not just doing a cycle of 1, 2, or 3. We are doing multiple cycles, right?
Shit.
And so
this is an advanced numerologist.
These cycles are based on, I base them 3 through 18. I don't want to deal with 19 because 19 is misfortune. I don't want to deal with 20 because 20 is death. So I only deal with up to 18, which is love.
But if those other things exist, then you're just withholding bad information from people. It's like, can you imagine a doctor or somebody working this way? Well, I don't tell any of my patients what the negative side effects could possibly be. And if a patient dies during surgery, I go and tell the family we lost them. And if they say, "Oh my God, they're dead," I say, "No, we don't know where they are. We just don't know where they are." And then I never tell them the truth.
I do one sacrifice of love. That's what I do. That's the best I can. The one sacrifices of love. One's self-sacrifice of love for that. Anyway, so. Yeah, going through a reset too, though. You're going to be going through a reset next year.
Oh.
Right? And this is going to go to 67. You just got to give yourself...
He said 67 again.
Space so you can create. And if you want a baby, I hopefully that you get whatever... Both of these people want to start a business or they want to have a baby.
Yeah. I mean, I would say I already have one, but it was actually really funny. I hopefully we will have a baby relatively soon. But actually, this is a nice way to end because he accidentally said something true. There's an office space on Main Street in my town that opened up, and it's pretty big. It's bigger than I need, but I would never need anything else. It's kind of expensive, but it came up, and I just thought maybe I should just grab this now, and then I can start expanding. It would give me room to film full green screen stuff and do. I want to do different kinds of videos, like educational type content and stuff like that. And then for expanding operations, I do you can't see it, but there's quite a lot of clutter of, books and things that I'm selling in here. And I go to the post office 6 days a week, which is I can usually fit it in with other errands that I'm doing. Like there's a post office on the way to the gym. There's a post office on Main Street, and there's some other stuff that I do on Main Street a few days a week. But just already being there, I thought would help me out. And then if I'm leasing an office, then I can force myself to be there and be more productive, because I can always just say to myself, Eric, you're spending money on this. You have all this usable space. You close your tabs, get off Discord, put your phone away, turn it on silent, and work, you idiot. That's kind of actually the only thing that works for me, sadly. I love my home office, but I do get a little too comfy. But I think that's going to, there was only like 1 minute left, and I think he just rambled for the rest of it. So I'll do it for now. Like I was saying earlier, I do have a lot of new things that are going to be coming out pretty shortly here, so stay tuned for those. Thanks for watching, and you will see me tomorrow.